Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to continue with chapter 4 of your Honeydew book, Bipin Babu's Lapse of Memory. We are going to continue with part 3 of the chapter. After lunchtime, Bipin Babu realized that he couldn't possibly carry on sitting at his desk and working. This had never happened in the 25 years he had been with the firm. He had a reputation for being a tireless, conscientious worker, but today his head was in a whirl. So, when Vipin Babu came to know about the trip to Ranchi, he lost all his hunger and he could not carry any work in the office on that day after lunchtime, after getting the confirmation about the trip. So he thought that he has been such an intelligent person and such a hard worker at his office. So what happened? And he could not understand. He was so careful in everything. He was so correct in everything. Back home at 2:30, Bibin Babu lay down at his bed and tried to gather his wits together. He knew it was possible to lose one's memory through an injury in his head, but he didn't know of a single instance someone remembering everything except one particular incident, and a fairly recent and a significant one. Of that, he had always wanted to go to Ranchi. To have gone there, done things, and not to remember was something utterly impossible. So now Bipin Babu is thinking. He was so confused and he was gathering his wits together, means making an effort to become calm and think clearly. He was thinking what could actually probably have happened. So he thinks that there might be incidences of memory lapse with people, but he has never heard of this kind of memory lapse where somebody forgets only particular incident. So he's so confused. At 7:30, Bibin Babu's servant came and announced, Chuni Babu sir says it is very important. So at 7:30, Bipin Babu's servant comes and he tells that one particular person has come, and the name of that person is Chunni Babu. He has come to meet him. Bipin Babu knew what Chunni had come for. Chunni Lal had been at school with him. He had been having a rough time lately and had been coming to see him about job. Bipin Babu knew it was not possible to do anything for him and in fact told him so, but Chunni kept turning up like a bad penny. So he says he knows actually why Chunni Babu had come. Chunni Babu wants a job actually, and he wants Bipin Babu to help him regarding that, which Bipin Babu had already denied for, but he is not ready to accept the denial, and again he is visiting Chunni Babu. Bipin Babu. Bipin Babu sent word that not only was it not possible for him to see Chunni now, but now in several weeks. But not in several weeks. Uh, but as soon as the servant stepped out of the room, it struck Bipin Babu that Chunni might remember something about the 58 trip. There was no harm in asking him. So, Bipin Babu wanted to deny Chunni Babu once again, but then he realized that he might ask about that Ranchi trip from Chunni Babu also. Bipin Babu hurried down the stairs and into the living room. Chunni was about to leave, but seeing Bipin Babu appear, he turned round hopefully. So when Bipin Babu was coming down, so Chunni Babu stayed there, otherwise he was about to leave. Bipin Babu didn't beat about the bush. Didn't beat about the bush means he did not talk anything about here and there or something which was not to the point. So he just came straight to the point. So this is the meaning of did not beat about the bush, that he came straight to the point. Listen, Chunni, I want to ask you something. You have a good memory and you have seen seeing me off and on for a long time. Just throw your mind back and tell me I did go to Ranchi in 58. Chunni said 58? It must have been 58, or was it 59? You are sure that I did go to Ranchi? Chunni's look of amazement was not unmixed with worry. D, you mean you have doubts about having gone to this place? So Chunni Babu also confirms that he had gone to Ranchi, and he says, you have doubts about it? Did I go? Do you remember clearly? Chunni sat down on the sofa, fixed Bipin Babu with a long hard stare and said, Bipin, have you taken to drugs or something? As far as I know, you had a clean record where such things were concerned. I know that old friendships don't mean much to you, but at least you had a good memory. You can't really mean that you have forgotten about the trip to Ranchi. So he also tells Chunni Babu, how can you forget about the trip to Ranchi? I always thought that you have a good memory. Bipin Babu had to turn away from Chunni's incredulous stare. Do you remember what my last job was? Asked Chunilal. So Chunilal asked him, do you remember what his last job was? So he wants to test his memory. Of course, you worked in a travel agency. You remember that, and you don't remember that it was I who fixed up your railway booking for Ranchi. I went to the station to see you off. One of the fans in your compartment was not working. I got an electrician to fix it. Have you forgotten everything? Whatever is the matter with you, you don't look too well. So now he also, again, like that stranger, he also again tries to remind him the small incidences related to his journey to Ranchi, which once again confirms about his trip to Ranchi. Bipin Babu sighed and shook his head. I have been working too hard, he said at last. That must be the reason. Must see about consulting a specialist. So then he says, maybe, I need to consult a specialist because I have been working so hard for past few days. Doubtless it was Bipin's condition which made Chunilal leave without mentioning anything about a job. Now, when Chunilal noticed that Bipin Babu himself was in a trouble, he himself was facing a situation, so without mentioning about his job or anything, he left the place. Paresh Chanda was a young physician with a pair of bright eyes and a sharp nose. He became thoughtful when he heard about Bipin Babu's symptoms. Look, Dr. Chanda, said Bipin Babu desperately, you must cure me of this horrible illness. I can't tell you how it is affecting my work. So he goes to a physician and tells him his problem and requests him to treat him. 3 continues from page number 68. Dr. Chanda shook his head. You know what, Mr. Chaudhary, he said, I have never had to deal with a case such as yours. Frankly, this is quite outside my field of experience, but I had one suggestion. I don't know if it'll work, but it's worth a try. It can do no harm. Bipin Babu leaned forward anxiously. Now, Dr. Chandra said that your case is such a weird case for me. I haven't dealt with any such case till now. So, I have one suggestion for you, for to which Bipin Babu was keenly interested. As far as I can make out, said Dr. Chandra, and think you are of the same opinion, you must have been to Ranchi, but due to some unknown reason, the entire episode has slipped out of your mind. So, doctor says, I think as you are telling me that you must have been to Ranchi, but this episode must have slipped from your mind. So, I have a suggestion. The site of the, what I suggest is that you go to Ranchi once again. The sight of the place may remind you of your trip. This is not impossible. More than that, I cannot do at the moment. I am prescribing a nerve tonic and a tranquilizer. Tranquilizer is a medicine which will reduce the stress and anxiety. Sleep is essential or the symptoms will get more pronounced. Pronounced means more, it will the condition will get worse. So he suggests him to go to Ranchi once again. Maybe he might, with that thing, he might remember something of his trip. Bipin Babu felt somewhat better the next morning. After breakfast, he rang up his office, gave some instructions, and then procured procured a first class ticket for Ranchi for the same evening. So he gets a first class ticket, and he just decides to go to Ranchi with a great difficulty.